Songs of Praise and Radio 2 are searching for the BBC Young Chorister of the Year. You need to be aged between 10 and 17. For more details, go online to the website. And Songs of Praise returns next Sunday at 12:15. Manchester City play Chelsea in the Women's Super League. The action's live here on BBC One this afternoon from 2 o'clock.
We are living in a time of incredible ingenuity. Our lives are filled with fiendishly clever bits of tech. The problem is that we have forgotten how clever they are.
This is the very first air fryer.
I'm Professor Hannah Fry, your hammer-wielding tour guide
to the new series of The Secret Genius of Modern Life. Starts Wednesday the 2nd of April on BBC Two and iPlayer.
The lunchtime news, now BBC One with Kasia Madeira.
Hello, good afternoon. Andy Peebles, who's died at the age of 76. Andy Peebles was a staple on BBC Radio 1 throughout the 80s and was known for being the last person to interview John Lennon on the radio before he was killed. Tony Blackburn, who worked alongside him at Radio 1, described him as a lovely man and a great broadcaster. The former Radio 1 DJ Andy Peebles, who's died at the age of 76. Well, that's all from me. I'll be on the BBC News channel from 2 o'clock. The next news here on BBC One is at 10 to 5. From me and the team, bye-bye.
Good afternoon to you. Today is looking a little bit drier than what we had yesterday. Low pressure was sitting right across the country yesterday, bringing outbreaks of rain for many areas and some thunderstorms across the south. Today, though, we're seeing the clouds slowly breaking up, the sun there peeking out through the clouds in Somerset. And where you get the sunshine across southern areas today, that could set off further heavy showers or thunderstorms. But the area of low pressure is pulling away. We've got a ridge of high pressure taking over towards the north and the west. So it's here probably where we'll see the best of the sunshine through the afternoon. Quite a keen northerly wind blowing down through the Irish Sea and also quite windy with some rain for the northern hours. But elsewhere, the winds are light. A lot of cloud across England and Wales. But like I mentioned, the sun will peek through at times. And develop, I think, through the afternoon across the southeast. Temperature-wise, pretty much where we should be for the time of year, 10 to around 14 or 15 degrees. But it's in this southeast corner, closer to the area of low pressure, that where we get the sunshine around, much like yesterday, that could spark off some heavy showers and thunderstorms. Some could contain hail again. And if they do develop, they'll rattle on into the evening for a while before clearing away tonight. And then as that ridge of high pressure topples in, it will turn a lot quieter. Clearer skies for Scotland, Northern Ireland, even northwest England, North Wales. So it's here, it's going to turn quite chilly with a touch of frost, some mist and fog as well. But where we hold on to the cloud, not quite as chilly. So we've got that ridge of high pressure in to start the new working week on Monday. So a chilly start, early mist and fog, plenty of sunshine. I'm hopeful the clouds should break up across England and Wales to allow that sun to appear. But a weather front will start to push in behind the ridge of high pressure for Scotland and Northern Ireland later in the day. So it goes downhill here with stronger winds and outbreaks of rain. And again, those temperatures low to mid-teens. That weather front, though, moves across the country during Monday night and into Tuesday. But because it's running into high pressure, it'll tend to get squeezed out. So by the time it crosses England and Wales, it'll be no more than a band of cloud with a few showers on it. Starts sunny in the southeast and then turns cloudier later in the day when the weather front arrives. But behind it, for Tuesday afternoon, there should be quite a bit of sunshine around. A wind's coming in from the northwest. Again, those temperatures around 12 to 15 Celsius, where we should be for the time of year. And most places will stay dry, just the odd shower for the Northern Isles. So that area of high pressure continues to exert its force as we head on into Wednesday. And if anything, we start to scoop up some milder air on Wednesday on a southwesterly breeze. And you can see that from the yellow and orange colours moving in across most areas. I think Wednesday could be the warmest day of this upcoming week. It'll start dry, fairly cool at start, but the sunshine will get going on those temperatures. Always a bit of cloud for the north and west of Scotland with a few showers here exposed to the southwesterly wind, but we could be up to 16 or 17 degrees on Wednesday, and that'll feel very pleasant in the sunshine. As we move out of Wednesday into Thursday, another weather front moves around the area of high pressure, and that'll bring more cloud generally into the mix, particularly so across the north and the west of the UK. But again, as it moves south across England and Wales into the high pressure, it will tend to weaken, but there'll be more rain returning to the northwest of the country later on. Temperatures down a bit on Thursday to what we'll have on Wednesday, the low to mid-teens. And I think for the end of the week, that high pressure retreats and allows low pressure to move in. So it will be turning a bit more unsettled for the end of the weekend and into the following weekend. So Friday, Saturday, windier, cooler with outbreaks of rain, but high pressure could return on Sunday to bring more dry weather. Check out the forecast for where you're going or where you are by using the BBC Weather app.
Disinformation.
There is no climate change.
You think you're winning.
Complete erosion of trust.
Fooling people in the most sophisticated ways. But it's because of you we get up in the morning and work through the night 24/7. So no matter how hard it gets, we'll always pursue the truth. The fight for truth is on.
This is what you fell in love with. A tournament for the ages.
And look at the delight.
Enters its latter stages.
Spinner in front.
A chance to revive former glories.
And it's saved.
Or to write your own story.
Brighton in front.
This is original football.
What a match we have here.
The FA Cup quarter-finals. Brighton and Hove Albion v Nottingham Forest and Preston North End v Aston Villa.
One step from Wembley.
Starts Saturday from 5 on BBC One and iPlayer.
What?
Okay.
Whatever next.
Ready, go!
Get your adrenaline fix with Action on BBC iPlayer.
Live football. Manchester City play Chelsea in the Women's Super League. Watch it with us in an hour. First on BBC One,
contender for the next series? Then go to bbc.co.uk/gladiators to apply. Are you ready?
More super strength on BBC iPlayer now as Ladybug and Cat Noir are out to save the city. Check out Miraculous. And while you're there, can the new girl at school turn her rubbish basketball team into winners? High Hoops, you can watch that too.
Go big on BBC iPlayer. Big Legends.
Henry VIII in the house.
In your face.
Big Pranksters. Big Gamers.
Let's go!
Big Competitors.
Oh, this is epic.
Big Monkeys.
Yeah, that's
big.
Got a ripper there.
Go big on BBC iPlayer.
There's no going back to normal in the square.
Doctor, you need to get me home.
This might be the long way round.
I am not one of your adventures.
We are meant to voyage out there and own it.
Oh, we're so safe.
We're safe. There are forces beyond this universe. Our entire reality is in danger.
I promised that I would keep you safe.
But you can't.
I can. I do. I will take you home.
The new series of Doctor Who starts Saturday, 12th of April on BBC One and iPlayer.
And it's BBC One here. We're live for Sunday afternoon, and so is this, our match of the day.
to our first ever series of Chess Masters.
12 players are about to compete.
Oh my God, I'm so stressed.
In the ultimate chess competition.
I'm expecting fireworks.
Give up! Never.
You become one with the board.
The cheese is going to land.
Chess Masters The Endgame continues tomorrow at 8 on BBC Two and iPlayer.
Doctor, you need to get me home.
This might be the long way round. We are meant to voyage out there and own it.
We're just popping in.
Girl, you are beginning to enjoy this.
The new series of Doctor Who starts Saturday, 12th of April on BBC One and iPlayer.
The hairy bikers passionate for pies on BBC Two in half an hour after fab flavours from leftovers.
Calling all parents. Kids will love to laugh and learn with all new Alpha Blocks and Wonder Blocks on BBC iPlayer. Support their reading with the Alpha Blocks. Big! And get them problem solving with the Wonder Blocks.
What can you do to get ready for the rain?
All in an ad-free, safe space. Learning's always fun for your little ones with brand new Alpha Blocks and Wonder Blocks. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
England versus Italy, a thriller in store in the Women's Six Nations in 15 minutes on BBC Two. Time for a pie or two first.
Oh, the good life.
We're no longer in possession of our most recent containment.
If it gets out, we've got all in our supply lines.
Then it's going to be war.
This City Is Ours starts tonight at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
People Cottage is a lot like our relationship, constantly working on it.
The last 5 years has just gone bam.
I think you might have won another award, babe. All her stress.
Just missing money, please. What can I get right now in return for my money?
Get a hug.
A hug.
Here we are. This is us.
Welcome to marriage.
Stacey and Joe starts Tuesday the 1st of April on BBC One and iPlayer.
Sunday afternoon, and it's me, Becky, watching with you live. Looking forward to football and Scotland versus Greece at 5-5. But it's a landmark year for women's rugby, and greatness awaits in the...
What did we learn about Thomas Tuchel's first England match? Join Mark Chapman for Football Daily. Listen now on BBC Sounds.
There's still time to donate to Comic Relief. To donate £5, £10 or £20, text the word 5, 10 or 20 to 70702. Text costs your donation amount plus your standard network message charge, and 100% of your donation will go to Comic Relief. You must be 16 or over and have the bill payer's permission. For full terms, more information, or to donate any amount online, visit bbc.co.uk/Red Nose Day.
Good life.
We're no longer in possession of our most recent containment.
If it gets out, we've got all in our supply lines.
Then it's going to be war.
This City Is Ours starts tonight at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Oh dear. Callum isn't watching reality TV.
Start your engine.
He's getting a big sequined hangover cure. Lovely.
Garlic mayo.
Maz isn't watching sci-fi. She's escaping Sunday doom.
Shall be an outpost of the Satanic.
And Dad isn't desperately searching for a kids show. He's calling in the backseat negotiator. Whoever you are, wherever you stream, BBC iPlayer.
Tea Time News now on BBC One with Rita Chakrabarti.
Today, major protests across Turkey as President Erdogan's main political rival is put in jail. Supporters of the imprisoned mayor of Istanbul out on the streets in the biggest outburst of unrest in the country for a decade. Also today, Pope Francis greets cheering crowds before being discharged from hospital after 5 weeks of treatment for pneumonia.
My name's Nolan Arbaugh.
Science fiction becomes science fact. The paralysed man who controls a computer with his thoughts. And Lewis Hamilton is disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix in only his second race for Ferrari.
With Sarah.
Evening to you. It's been a pretty grey day today with some showers around, of course, as well. It's going to be drier for the next few days. I have to say we are going to see cloud at times, not tomorrow afternoon though, and it is going to turn a little bit milder midweek as well. So still a little bit of showery activity out there from the thicker cloud. That's clearing up though overnight tonight. Typically dry to start tomorrow morning with that cloud around, and it will be fairly mild. Cloudy at first then and grey, and then we'll see some breaks in the cloud. That could spark off the odd stray shower, but mostly what's happening is sunshine's developing for all of us from the northwest. Temperatures into the mid-teens. There'll be a bit of cloud through the latter part of Tuesday. Wednesday will be brighter and, as you can see, warmer too.
Well, that's it for now. I'll have our next news at 10:25 this evening on BBC One and the iPlayer. Until then, whatever you're doing this evening, hope you have a very good evening. Bye-bye.
Hello. Well, the same area of low pressure has been dominating our weather pitch both Saturday and Sunday, but actually the way the weather's felt has been a lot different, with extensive cloud feeding in today. It's been rather misty, and we've had some bits and pieces of rain around at times too. Rather murky skies then earlier today in Hastings, and those temperatures a lot lower. Well, 19 was the top temperature yesterday in Pembrokeshire. Today it's been about 8 degrees. There have been some parts of the North Sea coast that have only seen temperatures of 7 today, so it's felt a lot colder. Now, overnight tonight, we're going to keep extensive cloud feeding in from the North Sea. A few showers for a time for Dorset, Hampshire and South East England, clearing later in the night. Misty with a bit of drizzle from that cloud across eastern areas of England. Some clearing skies to the northwest of the UK later in the night, where there could be an odd nip of frost to greet you tomorrow morning. But at least a fine sunny start to the day for much of Scotland, Northern Ireland and the northwest of both England and Wales. This low cloud across the east coasts should tend to gradually melt away, the sunshine coming out and clearing those misty weather conditions. And for most, actually, I think it will feel quite a bit warmer tomorrow given those sunnier skies. Temperatures quite widely around 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. Now, the first half of the week is going to be largely dry, with spells of sunshine around on the mild side too. We end the week though with low pressure moving in off the Atlantic, so expect some thicker cloud through Thursday and Friday with the threat of some rain. Bye for now.
This is the Americas. Wild and the wonderful. It is shocking. And it's beautiful. There's magic to be found. It's Earth's great supercontinent. Well, that seems promising.
The Americas. Press red to watch now on BBC iPlayer.
There's no going back to normal in the square.
Tom Hanks reveals the rainforest's hidden stories, our epic new nature series, Americas, in an hour. But first, back at home, we're just pleased to see spring.